We're open for questions. Don't be bashful. Front row.
LeBron, Eric Smith, Sportsnet. How important, right down front? How important do you think Sunday is in terms of closing out, getting the sweep, not allowing Toronto any hope of making any sort of comeback?
I mean, I think the only thing that's important is that we come out and play our game. Our coaching staff, once again, will give us a game plan, and it's up to us to go execute it. It's a quick turnaround. It's an early game on Sunday. We don't need to be thinking about the sweep or getting rest. We need to be thinking about what we need to do to execute defensively and offensively coming into Sunday.
Chris.
LeBron, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. What changed in the fourth quarter?
Well, defensively, we got stops, and Kyle got hot. And when Kyle gets hot, you got to keep giving the ball. It's not that easy, but the defensive stops, Kyle caught fire, and we just continue to ride that wave.
Ty mentioned Tristan's ability to switch on to DeMar and Corey and guys like that. We've talked a lot about Tristan with his offensive rebounding, but that switchability with him, what does that mean to you guys defensively?
Well, Double T definitely does things that doesn't show up in the box scores. Besides, obviously, we know about his rebounding ability, but his ability to be able to switch out on guards, and it allows the other four guys to stay home at bay. He made DeRozan take a couple contested shots, made Corey take some contested shots around the basket, and it allowed us to clean glass. So, his ability to be able to slide his feet versus guys that's shorter than him, guards, small forwards, whatever the case may be, it's big time for our ball club.
Dave.
LeBron, when you guys acquired Korver, the assumption was that you and Kyrie would set him up for wide open looks. What ways has he actually helped you be better, Kyrie be better out on the court?
I mean, he's automatic. When he steps on the floor, eyes have to be on him. And even when they made their run in the second quarter, just his three, the pump fake, let DeRozan fly by, shot, kind of quieted the crowd a little bit, just his ability to be out on the floor, it just helps us out a lot, all of us, offensively, because it just creates more space. Like I said, from the time that we got him all the way to now, and as we continue to play, throughout the postseason, he's been huge for our ball club.
Anything else? Michael.
LeBron, Michael Grange here from Sportsnet. With Kyle Lowry out, what did you think the effort DeMar DeRozan put in, and what impact did it have on the game from your point of view?
I said a post game. On the telecast, I think ESPN covered the game tonight. DeRozan was amazing. I mean, he gave everything that he had. We knew it's. If you watched the last series when he didn't have a field goal, he usually bounced back, and that's what great players do. They bounce back when they have games like, the Game 2 game he had, and he was knocking down his mid range, and we're one of 30 teams or 29 teams that try to keep him off the free throw line. We weren't able to do that tonight, so he was in such a great groove, and for a scorer in our league, we just try to make it tough on him throughout the whole way and see if we can weather the storm. And I think, we did that in the fourth quarter.
John.
LeBron, John Schumann, NBA.com. Does taking care of business tonight signify a step forward at all for you guys, given sort of the inconsistencies in the regular season and some of the close calls in the first round?
We just want to try to get better every game, and I think tonight we did that once again. We knew we was coming to a hostile environment. We knew they was going to give us everything they had, no matter who was in the lineup, and we just had to weather the storm. And then we didn't know if it was going to take, 36 minutes or 40 minutes, but we knew if we just played our game, we paid attention to our details, then we would have an opportunity to win the game. And I think we stuck to our game plan. It's close to 48 minutes once again, and we took another step forward.
Jason.
I know this is probably going to sound stupid, and you just got done talking about sweeps, and you're not focused on sweeps, but do you have to learn how to sweep a team, and how do you sweep a team? Because Kyle was saying earlier that he's been part of one seeds before, but he's not used to teams being part of a team that can sweep teams like you guys do, and whether or not you're focused on it or not, this team has obviously got a pretty good record of sweeping teams. How do you do that? Is that something you have to learn, or how do you go about that?
No, it's definitely a different mindset. It's very difficult, because we're all prideful players, all 30 teams and 15 guys on it. We're all prideful. So, when you're back against the wall, you're playing for pride. You're playing for, the habits that you've built all year. So you become a very, very dangerous team. For myself, I don't know. I just focus on that game. I don't really think about the sweep. I don't really think about anything else besides how can I, as a leader of the ball club, put our guys in position to be successful. And if we're able to, stick with the game plan, if we're able to go out and play our game, either if it was Cavaliers basketball or Heat basketball, if we can do that to close to 48 minutes, we're going to give ourselves a good chance. And I've been a part of a couple sweeps.
Marla.
It seems like the way things are going now, like guys like JR and Shumpert and Korver are kind of doing something they're not used to doing. Like Korver kind of a big game 1 every 7, and JR and Shumpert kind of the defensive stoppers at this point in their lives. Do you admire that? It seems like kind of a sacrifice on their part.
Well, I think all three of them are all capable of having a breakout game, and that's why they complement each other. It could be JR one game, it could be Shump one game. When JR got hurt in the first round, with the little nagging injury, Shump started the second half. It was Shump. Tonight it was Kyle. So to have those 3 shooting guards that's capable of not only doing it on one end, but also could do it on the other end, it helps our team out a lot. I knew personally that when we made the trade for JR and Shump that we was getting guys that would sacrifice and do whatever it took to win. Shump has the DNA of a defensive stopper, and I just had to challenge JR, and the team all challenged JR, and that's what he is now. Also a knockdown shooter. And obviously we know what Kyle's ability to do. So those 3 guys just complement each other, and it's great to have them.
Jeff.
Jeff Zilgate, USA Today. LeBron, at what point in your career did you sort of sense this 3-point revolution coming, and why is it so important, that shot today, than it was even 3-4 seasons ago?
For myself or for teams?
For teams.
I think, I don't know what year it was. It helps when Tim Duncan is not around anymore, because that guy, I've competed against him for years and years and years, and you couldn't stop him. So, once teams figure out ways to just try to open the game up, and create opportunities for guys that can slash, then that means you have to have some shooting. And I've been on both sides. I've been on a couple teams that didn't have much shooting, and I've been on teams where I've had some of the all-time greatest shooters in NBA history. But I don't know what year it was, because it wasn't like that when I played in 07 finals against Timmy D and those guys. They had a ton more shooting than us. We didn't have much shooting. So, and then in 2012 when I'm in the finals again, then it's a whole different thing. So, but I'm not quite sure the year, Jeff.
Got our last 2, Joe in the back, then Dave up front.
Joe Gabriel, Cavs.com. LeBron, 37 free throws last 2 games. Is that something conscious that you've tried to do? And then what psychological effect do you think that has on the opponent, especially on the road?
Well, one, when you get to the free throw line, especially on the road, it quiets the crowd down when you make them. Well, I missed one that got pretty loud, but when you make your free throws, it quiets the crowd down, but it also allows you to set your defense, so, it helps out a lot. It breaks the momentum of a ball club, and DeRozan was doing it to us. Couldn't get a good rhythm because he was going to the free throw line so much, and, for me to be able to get to the free throw line and make my free throws, it keeps our defense in tune. You're able to communicate while the ball is stopped about exactly what we want to do defensively going back down on the other side, so it helps us out a lot.
Dave.